Well, hello there, and welcome to my channel, All Things Alicia, where we save on purpose with purpose. And if you are ready to crush your money goals and get your financial life together, you are in the right place. Come on in the room, honey. So, hi everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Alicia for those that are new, and I'd love for you to subscribe. And if you are returning, welcome back to the purple family, honey. My favorite color is purple. So that is why you see these binders here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm gonna just cut down some of that light. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I thought I would do a video, this was by request, to go through my binders and talk to you about how I set them up, and why they're the way they are, and how I stuff them, all those things. And then we will also do a cash planning session so that you can see what I am planning for this upcoming paycheck. Okay, so I hope it's not too long of a video, but I do want to go through each binder. So we're going to get started with this beauty here, and this binder is from Budgeting Just Because, and she is on YouTube. She's also on Etsy, and so you can find her. So and all these little goodies typically come from somewhere on Etsy. I love Etsy. So this is our binder that combines a couple of things. It has our short-term funds, long-term sinking funds. I've also just recently included my high priority and our investments in this one as well. So typically I would not have all these in one binder, but I love this binder, so they're in here. So these are our short-term funds, and these dashboards came from the Remarkable Dollar. So I like her dashboards because they explain the funds. So it's money reserved for upcoming expenses, immediate goals, or unexpected costs. These funds provide financial flexibility and cover needs within a short time frame. So she said it way better than I could. So in this short term, I have a few things. So I have my birthday, and I just recently updated. Let's make sure you all can see that, make sure it's in frame. Okay, so I just recently updated the tracker in here. So I did purchase these recently, so you all have not seen these, but this is from Get It Done. She is on YouTube as well as Etsy. Love, love, love her channel. And so I have one of these for each of the people in my immediate family. So for my birthday, I want to save $800. And y'all, we got a long way to go because my birthday is in July. So I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're going to try. So anyway, so that is what I am looking to save. And I base that off of what I like to do is for my husband and myself, I like for us to each have $500, and we could do whatever we want with that. The reason why I saved the extra $300 is because we're probably going to go out to dinner, and it's probably going to be the kids or somewhere nice. We're going to have to drive, gas, all the things. So sometimes we may not spend all of that, but if we don't, then I just put it into another fund or save it for my next birthday. So that is birthday. So that's what the 728, that's my birthday. And then I have personal savings. This is more just like general savings. So it's almost like a buffer, because if I'm trying to get something and I need extra funds, and I can't take it from anywhere else, then I'll probably come here. But I'm also trying to see how much I can save in here. So it's just, there's no goal on this one in particular. It's just something that I just recently started, or at least this year. Okay, and then I have anniversary. So this is my husband and I anniversary. And these gold stickers came from Living Intentionally, Intentionally Living. And you can find her on YouTube as well. And she has an Etsy shop. So my goal here is apparently $1,200. I'm way behind because I have like $100 in here. I thought my goal was 1,000, but I guess it's 1,200. So, and then I have this cute little Blinking Budgets tracker here. And so yeah, our anniversary is in October. So that means we need to save $165 per month if we would have started last October. So a little behind, and that's okay, you all. These are goals, that we try to reach, and we have other priorities. So sometimes I have to, direct money other places. So like if we have a vacation coming up, I'm going to put money there and save for this the next time. So don't worry, we'll catch up. Annual subscription. So all your things that come out annually. It's a long list. I'm not going to go through all that, but in order for me to have enough money for that, I need to stuff at least $198 per month. And I do stick with that. And then when I have bills that come due, I usually pay it with my credit card, and then I go back into this fund and I pay the credit card off with the money from this binder or this envelope. Now, in most cases that you've seen so far, these are all prop money that's in here. And that's because I use Ally Bank. So you see the prop money in here. So I use Ally Bank where they have buckets. And so what I do is I have a short-term savings account. And in that account, I have a bucket for each of these items. So I have one for my birthday, general savings. I have one for anniversary, annual subscriptions, and so on. So, and it's all under short-term savings. When we get to long-term, I have a account just for long-term savings. So I like to separate out my accounts. I know some people just put it all in one and they keep track of everything in Excel or in another app. But for me, I like to be able to see it, and I like for the interest to grow for just those areas of savings, if that makes sense. If you put it in one, then it's kind of spread across and you don't get to see kind of the increase in each of your envelopes. And that's important for me. So anyway, so that's annual subscriptions. And so again, when things are due, then I just take out the money out the bank and put it on the card. Okay, car maintenance, pretty self-explanatory. I want to have $1,000 in here. It has 500 right now. So the goal is to get that to $1,000 this year, which that means, y'all, I need to put my goal sticker. So I will be doing that. I'll do it in a different video or a different time and show it, but I just keep my supplies in here in this little bag if I can get it out. So I'll just complete one of those later. So I'm just gonna leave it out so I don't forget. So that's car maintenance. And actually what I'll do, y'all, just so that I don't forget, is put that there. Okay, so that means I need to do that. Home maintenance, the same thing. I do have an annual goal. And this is again for anything that we need for the house. So, yeah. Oh, let me tell you about these. I forgot to tell you. So these inserts, these are from the Millennial Dollar, okay? So very cute. She's known for her checkered branding, and she has them in all kind of colors. So I got mine in purple, of course. Hubby's birthday, same thing, remember? So again, how I selected these is, every year you're gonna have something that you need to do in your house. Every year you're gonna have to do something for your car, maybe several times a year. You have annual subscriptions. Your anniversary comes every year. You need to have some general savings, and your birthday comes. So these are all things that I know that are gonna happen, and so I save for them. So hubby's birthday, same thing. So he has his tracker as well, and we are working on completing that. His birthday is not until next January, so we have some time. So that is all short term. Long term. Long term is our emergency fund. You all know we are on our path to $25,000, and we are making our way. And so that is where that came from. And some of these placeholders, anything that's like this came from Amazon. These came from a lady that is no longer on YouTube or Etsy, so I don't want to share that. And then Paychecks and Prayers, she is on Etsy, and this came from a lady that's no longer selling items. So yeah, so that is what we have for that. And we have our tracker, and this one came from Nettie Creations. Okay, so there you go, on Etsy. Okay, so that's our long term. So that means in my Ally, I just have an account for my emergency fund. And this is for real emergencies, y'all. So this can't be like, oops, I forgot the budget for my nails, or we went over on vacation. No, I have made hard rules for myself that emergency fund is really honestly for emergencies. Okay, then we get into high priority, and these came from Remarkable Dollar. So y'all know I have a buffer. So this is a buffer in our checking account. And y'all know, every time I fill it up, I end up spending it. But that is what buffer is for. Our HOA, we pay on this every quarter. So we look at what we owe for the quarter, and then we divide that by 3, and that is how much we put in here every single month. And then when it's due, I just take it from the account and pay myself back, because it usually just come out of my checking account. And sorry, I said I had a checking account for this, but I meant to say I have a savings account for HOA. The buffer sits in our checking. But anyway, the HOA sits in a savings account, and it's in the same bank that our main checking is in. So when that bill comes out, I just move the money right over from the savings account. So that is HOA. So that's our high priority. And then we get into investments. And sorry, y'all, this one came from Daisy Budgets in my money saving era. Daisy Budgets is on Instagram. She's on Etsy. She's on YouTube. Investing in my intentions. This is from Intentional Living. And so we get into retirement. So this year, I probably need to update my goal because we just got a raise. So my 401k is going to go up based on that raise. So my 401k contribution. So anyway, I'll update that later. But obviously, this is just for me to track my contribution. Of course, the company is making a contribution, and I don't include that in here. It's just my contribution. Okay. So that is our kind of short-term, long-term, high priority binder. Next, we have, and I'm sure this binder probably came from Amazon, and we have our low priority. And in our low priority, again, these are all things that are important, but if you have to prioritize, the other binder gets filled first. So that's how I look at it. So this is blessing. So this is, whenever we want to bless someone, take somebody's birthday, take them out to eat, or sometimes we have situations where people lose loved ones and we want to send them something. So that's kind of blessings, or if we see somebody in need, etc. These savings challenges I got from, PNAM Family Budget. She's on YouTube and she has her own website. And so these are double-sided scratchers. So I just use that to determine what I want to put in the envelope. Date night, self-explanatory. Of course, my husband and I. Okay, miscellaneous. Again, it's just more of a buffer, but this is in cash. Okay, so you can see it's empty. My parents is also, of course they are a priority, but this is just, again, little spending money when they come to visit us, or if I need to send them something, I just take it from out of here. So this is parents and it's in cash. And we use the little scratcher from PNAM Family Budgets as well. Okay, and then I just added this one, which is back to the bank. So sometimes I will spend on the debit card, but I want to use cash from my envelopes. So I will then put the cash in here, and I'll just use a little sticky note, and it will tell me where I need to put that money back to. Maybe it needs to go back to my debit card, or maybe it needs to go back to my credit card. Whichever way, I just will start to use this envelope for that. And then all I have to do is just take this envelope out and take that to the bank. Personal funds. Again, this is from Remarkable Dollar. This is from Breathe and Budget. So beautiful. So this is all the things that are personal to me. Well, not all, because my birthday and stuff like that is also, but this is where I'm going to have cash, because this binder pretty much is all cash. So I kind of know, hey, if I need cash for something, I know that I'm going to most likely go into this binder. So this is self-care. I just went to the spa, so that's why it's empty. And that's from this this tracker, not tracker, this insert is from Get It Done. Again, she is on all platforms. Okay, so, and then I have shopping. So this is just, again, if I need to pick up something or I want to pay myself back. If I use my card, I use shopping. Sorority dues, self-explanatory, and then sorority expenses. So I wanted to have separate, because dues is one thing, and that's due one time a year, and then sorority expenses, stuff happens all year long in the sorority. So I like to put some money in here, and we just had an event, so that's why this is empty, because I just purchased something. So that is personal funds and my low priority. Okay, again, when it comes to what I have to stuff first, that first binder is the main priority. This is probably my second priority, which is my kids binder. And look how thick this is, y'all. And these kids act like they don't get anything. But they spend all my money, okay? So this binder, I think this is a Moterm. Yes, this is a Moterm. So you can go to Moterm's website and look that up. So this dashboard, and these acrylic, you can get these off of Etsy. So many people sell them now. But this is from Daisy Budgets, which is Busy Breaking Generational Curses. Love that. So this is the kids. And if you've never heard of a sinking fund, which is all pretty much the envelopes I've talked about, again, it's just money that you're setting aside for planned expenses. They're either occasional or they're for future needs. And it's a proactive way to save what's coming without financial stress. And I can't stress that enough. Okay, so in here, this is for kids. So everything in this binder is related to my children. So back to school, it happens every year, you all. So just plan for it. So I planned $1,000 that I will put in here. And so every month I put a certain amount in here, I think $115, just so that we have $1,000 by August, I think, end of July maybe, because we usually go shopping for them. So that is well on its way. Kids, they always need clothes. My son's birthday, again, I'm using the new tracker here for his birthday. So I'm trying to save $500 for him. Okay, and his savings account. So the goal again is $2,000 this year, to add that to his account. So we're on our way. My son's birthday goal is 700. And then, because again, those come every year, you know that. Isaiah savings, that's my older son's savings, same thing as Elijah. And then kids sports, you know they're going to want to do something in sports, so start saving for that. Summer camp, it caught me off guard last year, so I put an envelope in place for this year, and we were able to pay summer camp, which was $1,180, y'all. Ugh, don't even get me started on summer camp. But I know I needed support. I need support because I have to work and my husband works too. So it is what it is. And so, and he has fun. It's a really great summer camp. It's for my youngest son. So we saved that money. So it's fully funded. We actually spent less than we needed. We were planned to. So I think we have like we have $49 left in here. So what I did is, because I need to register him for next year's aftercare, which is he goes part-time after school during the school year. I'll take the $35 registration fee and take it out of this because we had extra money. So that's so every time if you have something that you're planning for and then you don't spend all of it, then you plan to or you plan beforehand on where you're going to put that additional funds. So for me, I'm going to use it for the registration, and then I'll just keep the balance, which I think is going to be like $14. I'll just keep that in here because something will happen. He'll mess up a shirt. I need to buy another shirt. You know, he needs something or whatever for camp. So this kid's sinking funds dividers from Paychecks and Prayers. So then we get into their cash. So everything behind here is their sinking funds that's in cash. So this is his envelope for his haircut. We know they're going to want to have some fun and do something together as a family. So we set a goal to reach for this. And this tracker, I need to update it, but this tracker is from the Blushing Hippo, and it's for $350. My older son, for his haircuts, you know they're going to want to have activities. So what I do here is, if we're doing something together as a family, then I take it from family fund. If they're doing things on their own, so let's say my older son wants to go to the trampoline park, we're not going to do that activity with him, so I'll just take it out of here. Or he might want to go to the movies with his friends. Or my younger son wants to do something on his own. So I mean, obviously we would be there because he's younger, but you know what I mean. So that's kind of how I differentiate the two. There's no goal necessarily for the activities one. I have more of a goal for the family fun one, but whenever we can stuff it, we try to. School expenses, you know, pictures are going to come up during the year, popcorn day, Kona ice, all the things. That's what this is where this comes in handy. This is just something that I like to do. I do like to collect $2 bills because they're just so uncommon. So, and people at church know that, so they typically give us $2 bills. And so I just stuff them in here for them. So it's just a little bit of a savings. And this is from Comfort Coins. And she is on Etsy. Okay. And then I have the senior year expenses. So I'm going to start filling this out for my son. He's getting ready to go into his sophomore year. So I feel like I'm behind. But this will be for his yearbook, miscellaneous expenses, senior year, events, pictures, outfits, senior trip, dance, graduation, gifts, and celebration. So I will start to really stuff this probably later this year once we get through some other priorities. And this I got from Do It All Diva, and she is on YouTube and Etsy as well. Okay, and I think that's, oh, and then their college savings. So this is their 529 plan that we have for them. And this is just, again, what we're putting in as contribution. So my goal is every year to put in $3,000. And so their accounts are growing great right now. So that's good. Okay, so that is our kids binder. So again, all things that we know are going to come up, things that we want to plan for their future. That is how I decide. And again, you can tell I can't stuff every single envelope every time. But I do try to, as best I can, to plan and make sure at least throughout the year, at some point, each of the envelopes are getting something. Okay. Then we have our holidays, because holidays come every year, y'all. So this is our holidays binder. And Let's see what we have in here. This is from Bling and Budget, super cute. This is from Remarkable Dollar. Okay, and then these tracker or envelopes, excuse me, are from Janavi Design Studio on Etsy. Okay, so the next holiday coming up is Mother's Day, so that's why that's first here, but usually it goes in order, starting with New Year's. But anyway, Mother's Day, so at Father's Day, 4th of July, because we do like fireworks, Halloween, the kids like candy and costumes, Thanksgiving, because sometimes I cook and sometimes I don't. Most time I don't. So last year we went to a restaurant, so that's what we use that for. Black Friday sales, New Year's for us, and then birthdays, miscellaneous, and then Valentine's and Easter. Okay, so that is what is in that binder. Okay, and then this is our savings challenge binder. And I can't remember where I got this binder, but I'm sure somewhere off Etsy. I really do like this one. And so in here, this is from the Millennial Dollar, which is all about mindset. So I just got these trackers. I was doing a different denomination challenge, but I decided to change it because the one I was doing, you all, I do like it. It's from Comfort Coins, but it's a denomination challenge, but it's like $10,000. And I'm like, I'm not about to save $10,000 in denominations in this year. So I need something more reasonable that I can hit this year. So I decided to get these from Get It Done. So this is the $1 savings challenge, the $5, the $10, and the $20. So I'm still doing the denominations, and I just took what I had in the other challenge and put it in these envelopes. So again, when I have a $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, $20 bill, if I have something extra, I put it in here. But I also plan that every month I will put something in the denomination challenge as well. Okay, and I think that's like $1,800 in total. 758, yeah, $1,800, way more achievable. Okay, and then we have our 2026 and 2026 challenge, and I got this from the Intentional Dollar. Love that. I did the 2025 and 2025 challenge last year, and I forgot what we used that money for, but it was very helpful. So the 2026, and then what I try to do is say what I'm going to use it for. I may decide something different, but for right now, I'm planning to put it in the buffer once I have it completed. This is the Uno challenge, and this is from Hot Beauty Budgets. Again, she is on Etsy, as well as I think she has her own website. But she's also on YouTube, so if you go to her YouTube, you can find it. But I love this Uno challenge because I love the game Uno. My family loves Uno as well. And so this will go to card maintenance once it's filled up. And I don't know how much it'll save because it's literally Uno cards. Making My Soul Happy. This is from Breathe and Budget. She is on YouTube as well as Etsy. And this is going to go to self-care. So I'm excited about that. And then this is from Sassy Beauty Budgets. This is her new release, Foxy Belle. Love that. And so this is going to go to anniversary. So, and then she has the tiny one. Excuse me, y'all. And this is going to go towards personal savings. So it's just a few dollars. It's nothing major. And then my 100 envelope challenge. Love, love, love the 100 envelope challenge, you all. I have done, this is my second time doing it. The first time we used that money for our earnest deposit to purchase our home. So it definitely works. The 100 envelope challenge is numbers. You number envelopes from 1 to 100. Whatever number is on the envelope is how much money you put in the envelope. So if the envelope says 53, then you put $53 in the envelope. Okay. So this will save you $5,050. And what I do is I actually use this, and this is from Amazon. And you can see here, total is $5,050. And then you can see, I put prop money in here because I put this in the bank. I don't want $5,000 just sitting in the house personally. So I use prop money to represent the money that we have in the bank. Okay. So that is how I use that. And I just put it in my savings challenge binder. It's just another way for me to track what's in the big envelope there. Okay. So right now we have like $2,200 in there. So this is from Hot Beauty Budgets. I have not started it yet, but I'll probably use that at some point, and that will go to my birthday. And then Fruit of the Spirit. I love this challenge. This is from Crafty Nurse Q. And so the first Fruit of the Spirit I crossed off, or not crossed off, y'all, shaved off, I guess you would say, is joy. And so in the joy section, I scratched off $15, and then you scratch off on the back, and that tells you how much you're going to save. So you could just do $15 if you want, but of course I wanted to each time. I scratched off one of the items here, and then that's how much I will save. So I think I scratched off 4 times, I think, the last time. So yeah, so that is that, and I just put the money in here. So we have $150 in there right now. So that's great. So those are, so again, I like savings challenges. I like to have a little fun while I'm saving. And I like to be a little surprised in some cases. So that's why I'm doing the Uno one. That's why I have the Hot Beauty Budgets one and then the Fruit of the Spirit, because I don't know the amounts. So it'll be exciting to see how much we save. And the one from Fruit of the Spirit, this will go into home maintenance. So we'll just have some extra money that we're able to put in there. So that's kind of how I decided on that. And then this is my favorite binder, travel. I absolutely love traveling. So we do a family trip every year, and then we do a couples trip every year. And then we have some other things, a girls trip and some other things sprinkled in there. So our next big trip is my mother's cruise. She's turning 70. So we're excited about that. So we are saving towards that. And this came from Comfort Coins on Etsy. And then this one came from Budget Life with Paula. She's on YouTube, and then she has Smart Savings with Paula on Etsy. So this is for the girls trip that I have coming up in July. This is for my church. We're doing a cruise in November. So again, it's from the same vendor, and it is on Etsy. Okay. And then we're doing a spring break trip next year. We're doing a cruise. So we need to save $5,000. And so I am using this $5,000 savings challenge. I have no idea who it's from. Well, yes, I do. Janavi Design Studio. It's all the way over there in the corner. Okay. Okay. So that is for next year. And then we've already done our spring break for this year, and we already did our Houston trip for this year. These placeholders that say fully funded are from Bling and Budgets. She has them in gold and silver and other colors. And then this is from Collective Budgeting. And so I'm actually going to take this out because I can use this other places. So I'll clean that off. And yeah, so that is our trips for the year and what we have planned for next year as of now. And then the last binder I have is my Christmas binder. I typically would have this in purple, but I love this red. And I also do love red as a color. So, and I can't remember, y'all, where I got this binder from, but it's on Etsy, I promise you. So this is from Budget with Lysandra. Love her channel. She's on YouTube. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Cute little backdrop there. And then this tracker is from Remarkable Dollar. And yeah, so this is for Christmas. And I think, I can't remember where I got this from, but it's super cute. But yeah, so I just put the money in here. And then these envelopes I got from the Intentional Dollar. And what I do here, I like this a lot because you can put what your goal is and you can put the name of the person. So once I save all the money, I'll start to fill in these envelopes so I can make sure I stay on budget with each person. So I just go through and I have one for everyone that I will be purchasing gifts for. So yeah, I love that. And then, oh, I didn't talk about these. I have several of these in my binders. And these are super cute, like dashboards. And Savings with Grace is where I get those from. And she is on Etsy. Okay. So that is the setup, you all. That is how my binders are set up, what the envelopes are for. Again, as you can see, they are expenses that you would normally have. And so you just plan as best you can for those throughout the year so that you're not surprised and you don't have to live on credit. I have done that for too long. So that is also why I do this system, so that we don't have to rely on our credit cards. Okay. Okay, so last but not least, I have a short little cash planning here. So you can see here, we have a lot of envelopes, you all, but not every time can I fill them, can I complete them or fill them for that pay period. So I wanted to show you this on purpose because I don't want you to be intimidated by any of this, right? It's a lot of envelopes, but again, I plan out a budget and then decide where I'm going to put the funds for that particular paycheck. So for our paycheck this week, I'm only going to be filling, I think, like 13 envelopes, maybe. Yeah, 14 envelopes, y'all, out of like 60 some envelopes. Okay, so we're going to stuff our annual subscriptions with $198, and that will be in prop money. We will stuff our emergency fund in prop money with $300. Our 100 envelope savings challenge, we're going to do $315. We're going to do our 401k. It's going to get $761. Our buffer is going to get $260. Our HOA is going to get $260 as well. So you can see that went up. Our HOA used to be where I could put $257. Now I have to put $260 because y'all know they didn't went up. But anyway, so what I do is I'm going to put $45. Back to school, I'm going to put $115. And there's going to be nothing in any of these envelopes, which are the holidays and my kids' sinking funds. But I am going to put money in our family vacation, so that's still supporting the kids. So I'm going to stuff $514. So that's getting a lot of the money right now because we want to be able to pay off the trip by December. So that's why we're putting so much in there. Christmas, $455 because we are on our way to saving $5,000 for that. And that helps us too, because if we want to do a trip instead of doing, Christmas at home, we'll have the money to do it. If we want to travel, if we want to bless other people, during the holidays, we can. So I like to have a nice amount in there. And then my kids' haircuts and tutoring, $165. That'll be in cash. Cleaning will be $240. That'll be in cash. My husband's spending money and my spending money, $140 and $20 respectively. What I don't have on here is beauty because I decided to just leave that in the bank instead of taking out cash. So we'll be stuffing $3,788, and that will go into, again, the envelopes that I mentioned. So that's the plan. Might change before tomorrow. We'll see. But that is the plan as of right now. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have any questions about the process, about any of the binders, any of the materials, please let me know. I'm willing to share whatever I can with you. We are on this journey together, honey, and we want to continue to save on purpose with purpose, and we want to always be thankful to God who gives us our blessings. So thank you for tuning in. Be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Oh, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Bye, y'all.